Tell you, Daddy. Look at that. Hello, no, there's not much change.
Hello, Amuda. Amuda. Amuda, நீங்க பேசுறது எனக்கு எதுவுமே கேட்கல. நான் வந்து லேப்டாப் ஓபன் பண்ண அமுதா. சரி, ஆனா என்னோட இது சரி.
Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Amuda? Am I audible?
You are audible, ma'am. You are audible.
Thank you.
Asha, ma'am? Asha, ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
She's coming over mobile, hey, ma.
Okay, ma'am.
She was in the laptop before, now she's coming over the mobile.
Okay, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Asha, ma'am?
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, echo அடிக்குது ma'am.
Why there is
Asha, ma'am, this is Hema here, ma'am.
Asha, echo கேக்குது.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am? Asha, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, either put your mobile or the desktop system unmute, ma'am. Not both should be kept unmute.
Now only one, Asha. Otherwise there will be an echo.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, Nabil.
Yes, ma'am.
I can hear.
Asha, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, Jayashree ma'am is going to join now.
Hello to all. The YouTube live streaming has started. So kindly do not talk extra because that will also be recorded from now. We're really happy to welcome all of you for this Success Talk Series 1. And this is the first venture of the PG and Research Department of Public Administration. So we have put in all our efforts to bring in motivational speakers for the benefit of the students, so that this is the time when they make decisions, and these motivational speakers might help them in taking decisions, in increasing their spirit during this lockdown session. So we are waiting for the guests to join, and today we have with us the director of Adarsh College for Women, Dr. Jayashree Ghosh, and we have our principal, Dr. Shanti R, with us, our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Susan. We also have the department staff and the students who have put in a lot of work day in and day out to make this Success Talk feasible. And we also have many students and well-wishers who have joined this Success Talk series. In moments time, we would be starting. She will join in some time. So happy evening to one and all. Very humble and kind request to all the participants. We request you to mute your audio and your video for clarity purpose. Thank you. Apart from the G-Meet, we have also made arrangements for everyone to view this Success Talk series in the YouTube of our college. Live streaming will be there in the YouTube of our college. Adarsh students, it's our college, so it's our pride and privilege. Kindly subscribe for our channel. You can use the chat box for any queries. Will be handled as early as possible. There is some disturbance in the audio. Kindly mute your audio and video.
The resource person has joined, ma'am.
Yeah. A warm welcome to Miss VERTICA DEVIVEDI.
So much. There's such be here with all.
VERTICA, have you joined?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have brought Delhi to Chennai.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Good.
Yeah, that is the blessing of lockdown, COVID, where we are able to connect with so many people online. And another 3 minutes time at 4 o'clock sharp, we begin our program. The host is Ms. Hemlata, staff of Department of Public Administration. Kindly check whether director or principal or IQAC coordinator has joined before we start the program.
Okay, sure. So, hello. Miss Hemlata is the moderator.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. We are very happy to have you with us. We have the director. Principal, ma'am, have you joined? Has principal, ma'am, joined? Hemalata, just check. Because sometimes with the names, kindly check. Hema, principal ma'am has joined. Yet to join, yeah. She will be joining any moment. She will be joining us. So how are you, VERTICA?
I'm good, great, and whenever I have to speak about myself, it really makes me, makes me nervous because if it's about business, if it's about work, fine. But when it's myself, I don't know, I have not been talking. So I did try to specifically make
VERTICA, your audio is little not very clear. Okay, we are not able to hear you. Is there anything from our side or your side? Can you check it before we begin the ma'am has joined?
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Principal ma'am has joined.
Yes.
Great, and whenever I have to speak about stuff, please speak,
Kind request to all the participants, kindly mute your audio and VERTICA, your audio is little not very clear. Okay, we are not able to hear you. Is there anything from our side or your side? Can check it before we begin the close your audio and video for a moment.
Yes.
Audio and this will do. Yeah. Please do not.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, very much.
Is it clear right now?
Yes.
I'm unable
Okay.
to see you, which is yeah. I guess Latika, we can start. This is Latika,
Yes.
our host, our comparer for today's Success Talk series.
Yes. I extend my warmest welcome to each and everyone invited here on a very auspicious moment in a spectacular evening on behalf of the Department of Public Administration. This moment is special for us and we all gathered here for the day to make it more important. The world is full of diamonds and gems and we are having some of them here today to make this evening a memorable event. With this note, I would like to give my heartiest welcome to our chief guest, Principal Ma'am, head of our department, professors, and my dear friends. We are fortunate to be the member of this event, Success Talk Series 1, under which the topic for today is Victim to Victory. Before stepping into the event, I would like to begin with the quote of Swami Vivekananda stating, "Talk to yourself once in a day, otherwise you may miss meeting an excellent person in this world." Let us begin by lighting the virtual lamp.
आरोग्यं धनसंपदं शुभं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसंपदं शत्रुविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसंपदं
By lighting the virtual lamp.
Latika, unmute your audio and
Unmute.
I request our director, Principal Ma'am, head of our department staff, and our technical team members, Varsha, Twinkle, and Subhashni, to unmute their video for a photograph.
yes, Latika, start.
Thank you so much. I request our Principal Ma'am, Dr. R. Shanti, to deliver her welcome address.
Ma'am, see if your audio is muted. Yeah.
Maslin, can I?
Yes, Latika.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Can I
I
start?
request our Principal Ma'am, Dr. R. Shanti, to deliver her welcome address.
Good evening to one and all. It's indeed a great pleasure to see around 1,000 participants for an online program on Success Talk. On behalf of the management, Punjab Association, faculty and staff of Adarsh College for Women, let me welcome Dr. Jayashree Ghosh for her presence. She has been a pillar of support to all of us in the college and has been a source of strength and motivation at all times. It's an honor and privilege to welcome Mrs. VERTICA DEVIVEDI, Wade Asia founder, Asia record holder.
Audio is muted. Yeah.
Maslin, can I?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Can I
I request our Principal Ma'am, Dr. R. Shanti, to deliver her welcome address.
See, some of you have logged in
Indeed, a great
After logged in
participant for an online program on Success Talk.
then
The management, My friends, I don't have to hear anything.
Participants, kindly mute your audio and video. Asha, kindly mute one of the clips. You're using clip. I'm very sorry for the disturbance. Ma'am, you can continue, ma'am.
Can I start from the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all. It's indeed a great pleasure to see around 1,000 participants for an online program on Success Talk. On behalf of the management, Punjab Association, faculty and staff of Adarsh College for Women, let me welcome Dr. Jayashree Ghosh for her presence. She has been a pillar of support to all of us in the college and has been a source of strength and motivation at all times. It's an honor and privilege to welcome Mrs. VERTICA DEVIVEDI, Wade Asia founder, Asia book record holder, and motivational speaker to this program, who has very kindly accepted to motivate, inspire, and boost the morale of the young students. I extend a very warm welcome to faculty and students of other colleges who I am sure will not be disappointed, and their takeaways from this program would be memorable. It's a delight to welcome the heads, faculty, students of Adarsh College who never miss an opportunity to learn, upskill, and progress. The objectives of this program is to boost the morale of the students during this COVID time and to accept the new normal and strive to convert a crisis into an opportunity. Success Talk series is an eye-opener to all participants as we understand that tough times do not last long, but tough people do. It's a platform to get into the inner core of our soul and feel happy for the countless blessings we have and to have such heroes in real life as our mentors. I once again welcome all, and I am truly thankful to the Department of Public Administration for their very insightful choice of the title of the program and their ingenious choice of speakers. I welcome and thank our IQAC team who have given a very intuitive support for the program, and I wish the series all success. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your warm welcome, ma'am.
Yes.
Now I request our director, Dr. Jayashree Ghosh, to inaugurate the Success Talk series.
A very good evening to all of you. I'm extremely happy to be a part of this program organized by Postgraduate and Research Department of Public Administration, Adarsh College. A very warm greetings to all the participants, to Principal Dr. R. Shanti Ravi, to Head of the Department, and all the staff and students who are a part of this program. A very, very warm welcome once again to Mrs. VERTICA DEVIVEDI, who has joined us today on this event. And as very rightly said by our principal, that this is the time to stand together and once again emerge victorious over the very tough challenges that natural and a biological phenomena has put in front of us. And all those youngsters and young students, I do hope that we will stand beside you at this hour to tell you a wonderful future awaits all of you. My congratulations to the department and all the best for a very, very successful series or talk on success to the future. Thank you, and may God bless every one of you.
Ratika, unmute and speak whenever you speak.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Maslin, ma'am, head of our department, to introduce our chief guest.
A warm welcome to all present here. I take it as an honor and privilege to welcome Ms. VERTICA DEVIVEDI, who is a motivational speaker, one among the women leaders of the world, working for women empowerment as well as for water conservation. The founder of VED Asia, award-winning entrepreneur, and the list goes on. She's a management graduate from IIM Kolkata. She lives in Delhi, and she's honored for her initiatives in helping the women to rise. Her VED Asia is a unique and special platform to facilitate, inspire women who want to excel in life. As a water warrior, she has created the world's largest W at Delhi to stand for the cause of water awareness and conservation. She loves to give back to society by hand-holding the needy, especially the women who want to excel in life. She has overcome personal and professional crisis before seeing the first glimpse of success. That's how the title has emerged as Victim to Victory. A story of her early life struggles and inspiration was selected by Chicken Soup for the Indian Soil at Work. We just have a small 48 seconds video about her. Tune on the video.
VERTICA DEVIVEDI is an influencer, journalist, founder of VED Asia, India's largest platform for women in design. She is a motivational speaker and award-winning entrepreneur who's passionate about women empowerment as well as about water awareness. She lives in Delhi and she holds a management degree from IIM Calcutta. She encourages women to cut across barriers and come up in life. She was appreciated for her works, and to name a few awards: India Excellence Award, Asia Book of Record, Promising Leader. One of her favorite moments was to meet and speak with the President of India. She loves to sing and is a self-confessed Bollywood singer.
VERTICA?
Yes, can you hear me? I hope I'm audible completely.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So thank you so much, Adarsh College for Women. I would particularly like to thank Dr. Shanti, Dr. Shankar, Dr. Maslin, Dr. Asha, and all the students and others for joining us in today's session. You know, it's not easy for me, as I have been telling you, it's not easy to talk about the self. It's okay to talk about work, for anything that we've learned during the course of life, but it's not easy to talk about self. In fact, I have been running away from talking about myself since years. Anybody who would be asking me about myself, my life, I would just not talk to the person again. And in fact, I would run away from that person whenever I can, because I did not want to confront. I did not want to go back and accept all the things that happened. You know, it takes time for us to sometimes accept things. And in that course of time, or in that course of, you know, not accepting things, we do not accept ourselves as well. So it was the story with me too. So I'll start from a scene, and today I have come with an intention of authenticity. I've come with an intention of opening myself to myself. I've come with an intention to share not the good things only, the goody things. We go to award functions, we do so many things. People call, talk about experts. I'm not here as an expert. I'm here as a vulnerable person, a person who has gone through things, a person who has seen a part of life, and I want to share a piece of it with all of you. So, as far as I can remember, my childhood, everything was very fine. It was beautiful. We were living in a small hill town in the far east of India where my father was posted. It was a hilly area, jungle around, and we used to live in a mountainside where on the other mountainside it was an army area and with a helipad and all that. In the morning, we would kind of brush our teeth and, look at the nature, come back and wash ourselves, get ready for school. And it was a fine life. Then all of a sudden, things changed. All of a sudden, it happened that, things all of a sudden changed before me, and I could not understand what was happening. So one night, my father called me up. Get up very fast. You have to get up. You have to talk to your mom. You have to talk to your mom right now. I got up like this. I did not understand what was happening. I got up. I saw my father running to my mother. My mother was sleeping on the next bed. We were in a nursing home. And in a cradle, my brother was there. He was 7 days old. It was the 7th day. And my father called me up because I was not used to living without my mother. So while all the kids, we are 4 sisters and 1 brother, I'm the eldest. So I wanted to be with my mother, even when she was not fine and she was in a hospital. And my father called me up. I went to my mother. There was a doctor, there was a compounder, there was a nurse somewhere. I was not looking at all of them. I was just looking at my mom. What has happened? So my father said, talk to her, touch her, talk to her. I just touched her like this. I was so fearful. I was so scared all of a sudden. I touched her like this, not understanding what has happened. And then I was told to go away. Just move. The doctor has, injected something. And after that, I don't know what has happened. All the people around, the 3-4 people, it was around 1 to 2 a.m. at night. And now I know the time. That time I was not aware. I was just a sleepy child. A sleepy child is 8 to 9 years old and just loved being with mom. That's it. Then the next scene that happened was a lot of things happened, and after that a car was called. After a few hours, a car was called, and in that car, at that late night, around 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning, it was me sitting at the back, my father sitting at the other side of the back of the car, the back seat of the car, my mother's head placed on my father's lap, and my mother's leg on my lap, and my father was holding my brother. As the car started, a lot of dogs started howling and running after the car. It was dark at night. It was very dark. And, I just remember, and I was looking at everybody. I was looking at the driver. I was looking at my father. My father was crying like anything, as if like he could not cry during doing all those formalities that he had to do. He was crying. My brother started crying, but I was not crying. I was not knowing what has happened. I was not at all crying. I was looking at the driver, who was sitting as motionless as me, as if just what was happening around. I was hearing the howling of the dogs, brother crying, father crying, as not knowing what was happening. I looked at mom. She seemed to be motionless. I thought, what has happened to her all of a sudden? In the morning, she was talking. Anyway, might have something has happened, and we are going home finally. Okay, it was all okay. I went, and there were all these things happened, people coming and crying. And then at the time, my mom's friend, one of my friends, I started crying because others were crying. And my other sisters and all joined me. So they told me, why are you crying? Why are you crying? I just didn't say anything. She said she is going to come back. In any case, why are you crying? So we went for all this burning of the body and everything, and I saw everything in front of me without crying. And if crying because father was crying because everybody is crying. That's why. So that was the scene from where my life just, it seems like, it has given me a knock. Such a jerk that scene, as it goes into my mind, I'm not able to go back to that even today. Anyway, that scene happened. Little fast forward, and after a few months, since it was so farthest in the of the country, where coming from anywhere was such a difficult thing, so we did not get help. So I don't blame anybody for not taking care of us. We have 4 sisters, 1 brother, all little ones, one year of difference. So who will come and take care of these little ones in such a faraway land, sort of thing? So I don't blame anybody. But the fact is that after 4-5 months, we got a good news. My grandma was coming to take care of us. I'm so happy that, okay, at least somebody's coming. We have been so lonely all through. People came, they went off. They just looked at us like victim. What will happen to these girls? What will happen? What will happen to father, who was sinking in pain. And we were not able to understand what was happening around. Our neighbors would come, take care of brother, give him food and all that and go. So it was just like that. The life around me turned completely upside down. And I was trying to just observe. So when grandma came, we realized that, okay, she can't see at all. In one of the operations that she might have done, one of her eye was gone. And the other eye that she can see a little bit is equal to nothing. So my school and schooling and everything went for a toss when my brother started crawling. What happened was my daddy was not able to take care of brother. As he started crawling and she used to hear him cry, then he used to go and fetch him again. Okay, he's going there and he's going there. So brother used to fall down again and again. Many times it used to happen that in between the classes, in between school, in break time, all of us used to come for some food. So they will eat something and go. But many times when I used to come home, I used to see that brother has done potty all around. Many times, and my grandma is trying to clean everything. So I could not ignore. So I felt that I should take care and go. But many times it used to be so late that I could not go. Anyway, teachers do not understand all these things, and who will understand all these stories, and how I was not able to even express anything, and I did not want to share anything with anybody. It was very personal to me, and I did not want to talk about my family. And more importantly, I was not knowing what was happening with me. What was happening around? I was not aware. So school went for a toss. My studies and everything, I was getting worse and worse. Somehow, I don't know why they used to promote, but they were promoting me from one class to another. Anyway, that's how things are happening. And I did not want to go to school. But school was sort of a relief also for some time. A time when I can think, I can just be with myself. But yes, I never could understand anything what people are teaching, because my mind was always clouded with things that I was thinking, I was asking. I had so many questions in my mind and I had no answer. I had no one to go back to and talk to. At home, things were getting worse and worse, as father took to a lot of drinking and my brother was growing. So, the need for children increases, you have to really take care at the time so that the child sleeps, doesn't go out and all that. So I started giving more time to my brothers and sisters by taking care of them and all that. And on Saturdays and Sundays, what I used to do is I used to go to the jungle. There's a lot of jungle around, and I used to find peace there, so that I can go and think and I can, spend some time with myself asking the questions of life. What was happening? Then I started thinking that why not I ask people and I try to get some help. I wanted to get some help from people. So I used to catch up anybody, any uncle, any aunt, any didi, any brother, anybody I can get, hold of. Okay, can I start some work? Can I teach some little boys and girls? Can I do something? As father was not at all concentrated at work. We lost our property. We lost everything that we had, and we are almost, with nothing. Slowly things were deteriorating and going towards the end. And even father's health was the same thing was happening to him as well. When he was fine and not drinking, then he used to be the best father of the world. He used to be just the most wonderful father. In fact, he is the one who has given us the strength to stand and told us never to look at anything that is not possible. If we want it, we can make it possible. So he being the strength, and with the world around going down and everything, I was not knowing what was happening. So there was a time when I tried and people would tell me, why you want to do all these things? That is not possible. You pass class 10 at least, and then you can think of teaching someone or getting some money for your family and all that. Why are you thinking all these things? People would just bash me off. Nobody would take me seriously at all. So I used to think like, I'm looking for help. Actually, if anybody would give me a chance and tell me what do you want to say, I would like to say, I need help, help me. But no, I could not shout like that. I was just telling different ways, okay, can I do this thing? Can I do something for my family so that they can stand, we all can stand on our feet, and school fees was becoming a problem. Everything was becoming a problem, even to that extent that food was becoming a problem. Anyway, so with all these things happening around and with all the emotional turmoil that was happening, I decided to give my life. I was not ready to face or to do anything, because being a useless, being a failure, I did not want to live like this. I felt like a complete failure, and I wanted to just give up. And giving up seemed easier. Giving up seemed better. Giving up seemed something that, yes, it's possible and it's okay. At least one burden will go out of my father's head. It's much better than, having a useless person like me who is not able to do anything. So, tired of life, I wanted to give my life. So that day when I decided to give my life, I went to the jungle, my favorite jungle, and that was the last note I was writing. That okay, this is the last note. I used to love, that was my only, I think, friend that I ever had, pen and a paper. I really wanted everything to be written, because when I write, it tells me that yes, there is someone with me, someone is listening to me. So I started writing again. When I started writing with no fear of death, something happened, something strange happened that time. What happened was, all of a sudden when I realized that there is no fear of death, something came to my mind that I can write anything. Today I don't have to think that if I write something XYZ that I want to do this thing, then how I'll do it. Because most of the time I used to write something and then start crying over it, that how will I do all these things, and I think, okay, I'll talk to this person, that person, maybe when that uncle comes then I will share. No, that day I did not have any fear, because that day I was not going to go back to anybody. It was only me and me. So I don't know from where it came, but at that point of the lowest point of my life, while I was around 13 years, at that time when I was contemplating death, I thought, why not I write, VERTICA, for once, that okay, what do you want? Can I ask myself, can I just write? And I have that control today, that I can write anything and just put it and throw it in the stream running so close by. So I wrote, what do you want? I feel so good for the first time that, okay, I can ask myself what I want. Yes, I can. So first thing I would write is, see, I used to come first, second, third from the end. If there were 60 students in class, then I would be 59th or 60th, in fact. Okay, and very lucky, so 59. So I said, why not I think that I'll come from, from this side, I'll come first, second, third. So I decided, okay, first point, I want to come, within third rank, I want to be in that. Okay, fine. Nobody is there to stop me to think what I want to think. Let me write it. Second, what do you want, VERTICA? Second, VERTICA wants that she should be able to take her family out of this condition, this crisis, this situation, this pain, this kind of helplessness, this tag of being victim. So I wanted to take my family out of this. And I thought, yes, why not? This is something that I really want. I'll do it. Okay, fine. Let me write. Nothing, I'm for the first time I'm having a situation where I can think of whatever I want to. Someone is asking me, as if the universe is asking me, what do you want? Tell me now. So I wrote, third. Okay, third. Yes, third, I have a dream. I have a dream. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want the shackles of time, 9 to 5 and all that. I want to work like anything. I want to create something. I want to do my own work. I want to be an entrepreneur. I always dreamt of it. So I said, third, VERTICA, write down number 3. VERTICA is an entrepreneur. Okay, I've written all these 3. And after that, when I was thinking of death, I said, my goodness, these are the 3 things. You know, what if I get chance for 1 year or 2 years to accomplish anything? Can I do it? Can I think of doing it? Then I said, chance to le sakte hain. I can take a chance. Basically, if I will not be successful, then what will happen? I know I can come here again. I know I can write the note again that I've left at home, and I can go away from this life. I'll understand that life is like that. It's fine. It's okay. I've seen now. I've no fear of death now. Nothing. I'm out of that fear, out of that thing. So I took that pen and paper and all that. I saw these 3 things that looked so beautiful. My goodness, this is so beautiful. I've never seen such a beautiful thing in a piece of paper. I thought, yes, let me try. At least let me try the first one. That seems to be the closest one. That seems to be the easiest one. Should I try that out? I thought, yes, okay, let me try that. And when I remember that, okay, I have left a note at home. My goodness, my heart was racing so much. My family will find that note. What will happen? I have to go fast, quick, run. And I have to first of all tear that note off, and I have to try. Now the strategies will happen for a different reason. So I went home. I sat with myself. I took that paper out. I admired that piece of paper so much, and I kept it so well, okay, so that I need to see it again and again. I knew it, so I kept that small piece of paper very closely guarded, and I thought, now what? First thing first, I need to study. So what if I have to study physics, chemistry, mathematics? How does it matter? These are all within the world to do everything. I will do it. How do I do it? I don't get time. I have to teach these kids. I have to do so much of things and all that. So I thought that, okay, I will give up sleep. I'll give up food. I will take only that much is required, and I'll do it. It cannot be out of the world. So I took up a space within a storeroom, and I made it my home at night, and I would stay awake and check out the chapters for the first time in my life. Okay, and it was second term of class 8 at that time, I remember. And in second term, I came to my utter surprise, super utter surprise, I came fourth. So my father was called. In the second term, my father was called. Okay, she has done tremendous progress. What has happened and all that? So my father was very happy. And while they distribute prize for people and all that, small prizes for kids, they did give me a prize also. So my father went, and he was so proud of me. I was not understanding what was happening. Should I be happy or should I go and die? Because I thought that if I'm not coming within 3, first, second, third, I should go and die. Then I looked at the eyes of my father. Isn't it the pride that I've always been trying to find in his eyes? I always wanted to see him proud. Always. Why only me? All our brothers and sisters, we only wanted our father to be happy. We wanted our father to be happy. There's nothing bigger than father in our life. So when I saw that pride, I was so happy. I thought, I can do anything, everything for that pride. To see that pride again and again and again. And I'll never do anything in life which doesn't give this pride in those twinkling eyes. So I really, after that, everything was so different for me, because every day was so challenging and important, and I have to take up. So what I learned in that small thing was that, it was not useful for me to look at people for support at that time. They were not living in the same plane as I was. They're not in the platform. So I thought, what is in my team? Who are in my team? I thought these all little kiddies are in my team. I am there and these people are there. So now they are my team. So all these small ones, I thought of that they are my team. Everybody has got something good to contribute. And I think that is from where, I learned team building, because that was the time when I understood that self-assurance, and being self-assured is so important. That having that courage to go alone if nobody is there is so important. And I started moving alone. And in the final, definitely it was third, but yes. And I, after that, passed out school as the topper of that school. That is also so true, but I did want to top the state, in fact, but that did not happen. But anyway, my father was still proud of me. So fast forward from that point, from where I started, and I felt that number one, I ticked, and I could do good in studies. So I understood that. Second thing is too far. That is taking my brothers and sisters out of this thing, and everything so looks so difficult. But yes, now I'm not going to make this mistake. Now I'm not going to think it's not possible. I have seen the world making this thing, all this fun with me and telling me it's not possible. But I will now not listen to all that. I will be fast. I was not having time for anything else. I was doing everything for those goals. Fast forward, I was in class 12. And in class 12, I was staying with my relatives, my aunt, and my sister, the second next sister. She used to stay somewhere far away with my uncle. And my third sister is to live in some other state with the maternal uncle. And my little ones is to live with father, the two of them last ones. So what I thought is, now I'm in class 12, and people used to tell me that VERTICA class 10 pass kar lo, after that you can work. Don't think of anything now. But class 10 I passed. Now in class 12, how long will I wait? I have to work now. I have to work now. I have to do something right now. I cannot wait for the class 12 to be over. So what happened? When you think of something so deeply, then the universe definitely, this can conspire. It is said like that, and I really believe it today, that the universe conspired to make your dream come true. So it was an interview that my Didi was, my cousin sister went for an interview. She took me, chal mere saath. Chalo chalte. Okay, so I went there, and they were doing the conversation. They were doing the conversation at that time, and I was sitting on one side. And what happened was, all of a sudden, I jumped. All of a sudden, I jumped. They said, what happened? We're jumping. I said, see, in this newspaper, there's a poem that I've written. So the conversation that was going on between Didi and that person on the other side, the conversation happened this side now. VERTICA and that person. So you write? I said, yes, I write. I love writing, but can you do one thing? And my friend is starting a manufacturing of so-and-so product. Can you prepare a brochure or design a brochure for him? I said, yes, I can do it. I love doing it. So he said, okay, do one thing. This is the address and all that. What you have to do is, VERTICA, you have to go and meet that guy. So while going back, my Didi warned me, don't do all these things, okay? You cannot. You don't know how the world is, how this thing. I showed her, yes, I'll not do anything like that. But in my mind, I thought, oh God, getting some work. And then she asked me, what is a brochure? I said, even I don't know. I just know one thing, that I have to write. Yes, I have to write, and that's it. So I was thinking of doing it. So in school, again, I went blank, every day I was getting blank, because I was thinking only that thing. What will happen? How can I go? Can I go on a Saturday? Will it not be too late? I said, today only I will go. So as the bus stopped for, after school near my home, instead of going home, I took the opposite direction. I said, no, it's time to run. It was raining like anything, and I was having a school bag at the back, and I started running. I had the address and I knew the location a little bit. So I went there and I met those guys. They were shocked to see a little girl with a, drenched with rainwater and all that. But then they asked me, you can do it? I said, yes. I took everything and came back. I worked very hard to submit that one. I gave options like anything, 7, 8 options. If not this, then this. If not this, then this. But I thought, God, please give me a chance, so that at least I can, get a signal from you, God, that I can do something. I have to do something, God, please help me. So what happened, I submitted it. After submitting, from the third or fourth day, I started asking my aunt and sisters, was there a call for me? Was there a call for me? Because there was a landline that time. So was a call for me? There's no call. 15th day, 16th day, no call, nothing. 18th, 20th, 1 month spent, no call at all. So I understood, VERTICA, come back from the dream world. It's not working. You have to stop dreaming. Don't be so dreamy that you are a school-going girl and you are getting, and this work is coming to you just because you worked hard. These are all not working. Just forget it. So with a lot of pain, I thought that, okay, I understand. It was my foolishness, my dream, my all these things. It is not true. It cannot be true. Nobody will give me a work like this. Then I slowly settled down with that thought and trying to understand what do I do next. I'm totally hopeless again. Feeling that same kind of a thing. So, oh God, I came this much way just to do one part and to go away. Why not the other two? I try hard. Anyway, I'll do it. So one day what happened, I was completely shattered and all that. I did not like to, again, school was not happening well. So one day what happened, when I stopped and I got down from the bus, one person in motorbike went and he just stopped and came back. You are that girl, isn't it? That guy has been searching for you like anything. Why are you not coming? I said, what? He was searching, calling me, and I don't know. I again took the back turn, did not go to home. I went into his office, and when I went, he was so happy, and he was saying, okay, you have done that. Yes. So I was looking for the time. Can I ask just to know that it has not been accepted? How can I know that? How can I am not ready to know that again. I've already been in so much of pain. I was not ready for that. So finally I said, okay, then I'll go. That time he said, take the brochure at least. So I took that brochure. When I took that brochure in my hand, I was feeling like I'm flying. I'm flying, it cannot be true. How can it be true? I'm getting something, I've got my work done, and this guy's printed something. That's my work. And I was so happy. He asked me if you'll take some money and what will you take and all that. I said, money? I've never thought of taking money. My father will kill me if he knows that I'm doing something like this. I could not actually, inside my heart, I could not believe that someone can offer me money for my work. I was not knowing. I said, no. He gave me a music player. I hold that music player like this, okay, with the brochure in the back. And I came happy. On the way, I opened the bag several times to read which one he has selected for the tagline, which one he has selected for this thing, and then thinking, okay, I could have done it better and all that. Anyway, this happened. And at this point of time, I understood, yes, it's time now that from this place, I have to go to a different place wherein even if I die, nobody should know. And if I am working whole day, night, anybody will not be concerned. What happens when you have elders at home or relatives? They are so concerned. They don't want anything bad to happen to you. But I wanted to work. I wanted to explore opportunities. At that time, I decided to come to Delhi. So fast forward, and I am in Delhi, in the streets of Delhi, thinking what to do. I don't have anybody here. How can I manage? So from the bus, train station, I come and land up in a bus, in a certain place, in a bus stand. And I started thinking. I was getting so nervous because there were people looking at me with such piercing eyes, like as if they will eat me up. So I was changing the bus stop again and again to avoid these looks and all that, so that they should know I'm waiting for someone or something. I was concerned. At the same time, I said, no, it's time that I should make myself feel good. So what did I think at the time? I thought that, VERTICA, you are so lucky. Think of yourself. If you would have reached here at night, what would have happened? These wolves would have eaten you up. You're so lucky you have reached at this time, this afternoon. You have so much time to think. Use this thing which is there between your shoulders and make use of it in the best way. So it's your time, it's a challenging time to do it. I thought immediately what to do and all that. Because when I came here, I know I have nothing and nobody here to take care of me. I have to manage a home, a place. I have to eat, I have to eat something to make myself sustained, and I have to start my own business. So I have no money, so what? I will do it. I'll make use of my brain. I'll make use of the skills that I have learned, and I will do it. Do something. At least progressing 0.001 every day is something better than zero, isn't it? So this is what I thought, and this is how I started, and I looked for a place for girls, and I started working from there. Since there was nobody in this town, so I thought, why not I go and introduce myself? So I used to, sort of barge in and inside the companies and offer my work as a working partner, and I would say that I will not take money or something, but I'm very good in computers, and I'm very good in, graphics and writing and all that, and I can take care of this aspect of it and that aspect of it, and I don't want money. I want to learn to start with. Okay, and if you think you want to give me money for the event, so valuable, please do give me money as well, because I do need that too. But to start with, I need to belong somewhere. I need to have a belonging. So not all the places were good to me. Not all the places were acceptable. But then, yes, I was, I found a place finally where I was a working partner. And then whatever I'll earn after a certain aspect, after earning this much, I can have this sort of things. That's how I started. And after that, I was so happy for one thing, that I will be able to buy one computer finally. And so with one computer, a small rented place, I started. So what I can say is that in Delhi, coming here in Delhi was tough, but making a place over here was tougher. And, starting a company was tough, but growing a team and growing the company was tougher. All those things that happened from one system to what I really, feel proud of today, with so many people, recognizing me in so many platforms. But the best recognition that I've ever received was the pride in my father's eye. Never ever received anything better than that till today. The recognition from the world is worldly, but the recognition from someone you really feel good about, you really feel proud and really love, it's like the ultimate thing. So I think that is one thing. And the next thing, what I think, however tough life is and however tough everything is, conquering the self has been the toughest and the best that I have done so far. I can converse with myself right now. I can accept my failures as it is. I have failed several times even after that, in several things after that. But the fact that I know I can stand up and start working, that gives me the strength. That gives me the feeling of looking at me back again and to say that, yes, I'm still working. And yes, all those three things that I had dreamed of, they just, got accomplished in front of me. I just don't know. I have been just working relentlessly. I have been wanting relentlessly to do something. So what I realized is that having a purpose is so important in life. The day that one person is not having a purpose bigger than what he can do or she can do, going forward becomes tougher. So the journey to entrepreneurship was tough, and it has been still now with this corona crisis that is right now. I'm sure all of us are facing our own kind of issues and everything. But I can tell you one thing, and I can definitely tell you this. See, we are all in a dark tunnel. If you're not feeling very nice about the things, then think in this way, that you are in a dark tunnel, okay, where you really have to start moving forward. Because if you not move forward, if you not take the steps to move forward, then there will be some people will come and push you, and you will be stopping their way. So in that dark tunnel, as they cannot see anything, we cannot see anything, we don't know. The only thing we can do is keep moving. And as you keep moving, have the faith that any tunnel cannot be an endless tunnel. Okay, there should be light at the end of the tunnel. This is what I would like to say. And maybe the entrepreneurship journey, which is I can share some other day. And definitely, I will be very glad to answer any of the questions that you have. Feel free to ask me anything.
Do we have any questions to ask? Yes, lot of questions have come for you, Vertica. And lot of nice feedback we have got from our students. My question is, what did you speak to the president?
Meeting the president and having tea with the president was a wonderful moment for me. And as I was the recognition of being the co-chairperson Entrepreneurs Committee of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President had called upon us to know what is the agenda for the committee, and as a national being in the national leadership in the committee, we were so proud, and it was such a great moment for me to stand before the president and to tell and to speak about the agenda that we have for women. And I'm glad we have been working very well with many of the fellow women, very strong-minded women, and I'm sure this will take us further, and definitely President should be very proud of us one day.
Please share your experience when you became the Asia record holder.
Okay, so what happened was I always want to do some work related to natural resources. The place where I used to stay, with my father and sister, but so little water. We used to, all of us, we used to go hours and hours and hours and hours to fetch pails of water, It was so difficult. Sometimes you have to keep a bucket at the night, and in the morning when you go, you'll find probably half-filled bucket water, drips and drops of water. I've seen the pain people go through for water. Here in these metros and all that, people do not understand the pain for water. I've seen water crisis. I want to work for this thing. So I thought, I always believe that I cannot do anything alone. Nothing I can do alone. So why not I create a group of women water warriors? Women are more, they are working with water a lot at home, and they understand the pain much more. When there's a pain, then women connect, very fast. I've seen women are known to have that kind of a heart to understand pain. So I thought women water warriors I should create, and if I just create it, it will not create a meaning for them. They should feel proud to be women water warriors. So I challenged, and I challenged it. In 1 hour time from 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning, I want more than 500 women water warriors, women who are water warriors and they want to be ambassador of change for water, to come and stand on ground and let's make a world record. Can we make it? Can we do it? Let's do it. So when I called upon like this and all that, it happened, and we created the record, and Asia Book of Record gave us, judged that process, and there were a lot of people judging that process, and it was an awesome feeling to create. In fact, we created it much lesser than 1 hour time. So it is a great achievement for those women water warriors. And as the lockdown and as this thing, corona crisis will kind of end, I have plans and programs for making communities water sufficient. So that is one thing that is very keeping.
There are lots of comments and feedback congratulating your father for having such a lovely daughter. That's a praise for you, appreciation for you, Vertica. And the next thing is, do you have rivals? How do you face rivalry? That's a nice question.
Yes, it's a very good question, and I'm going to write an article on this because what happens? Like, come over here in one platform, there is a kind of feeling that, maybe, it's a human feeling that, someone can do better than someone and all that and all that. Yes, I do feel these kind of things at work, in groups and all that. I do constantly feel that kind of a thing. But you know what? That's the fun of the thing, there will be a lot of things, that will try to distract you from your happiness, from the centeredness, from the balance of your life. But do you sit every day with yourself? Do you have an appointment with yourself every day to align your purpose with yourself? Is something giving you pain? Oh, she has said something, he has said something. Yes, it happens with me all the time. It happens, okay? But then what happens as you sit with yourself, that's not something that you want to give space in your mind. Your mind space, every space is limited. It's like a mug. What do you want to keep it there? Oh, I don't want to keep it there. Forget it. What do I want to replace it with? I want to replace it with singing. I want to replace it with some good thoughts about the person. Okay, or I want to replace it with what action should I take if someone tries to harm in some way? What should I do? I think that those are the positive ways we have to work, because as entrepreneurs, if you think that you will not have competition, you will not have people who are kind of doing like this, or even as a person who is rising fast, it's very, very obvious. It's extremely obvious. You should create a path in such a way so that those persons who feel like this should feel good about you someday. It has happened with me. I would have shared that incident, but then I had to avoid it in public.
Okay, there's another question. He has asked, which is the easiest way to motivate anyone towards a better perspective, whereas he or she has much more frustrated due to long failure? And there is a long failure, how do you motivate such people? That's the question.
Examples, right, authentic examples are very, very important. I meet people who think that, because of their age, they are not able to do anything. Think of the founder of KFC. At what age did he do? How many number of failures he has gone through? There are lots of examples of people who have done it. Why I start sharing my examples? Because I don't have a good and fine story to tell. Okay, but I still share all these failures. Why do I share? Because it's very important that we as human beings come and share our story to tell the world that it's possible. There are a lot of people who do not think things are possible because they have been constantly bombarding their mind, and the mind is always there to bombard their mind with things which are not possible. But then see, we have to come and tell our stories. People have to come forward. Just reveal our failures, reveal our uncertainties, the kind of pain that we felt, and then we have to share our success as well. But success doesn't come without failure. We have to manage failure every day to be successful. So am I the most successful person in the world? No, I'm not. But am I successful? Yes, I'm successful. Why am I successful? Because I have learned how to be happy and how to enjoy smallest victory of life. Right? If I'm not happy and if I want to just keep achieving everything, that's not the way. I have to keep compartments for everything. So if someone is really thinking it's not possible, there have been a series of failures, you're not alone. You're just one of the person who has tried and tried and tried and succeeded finally. So you have to really review, what are you doing? Are you doing something just to please people? Then you'll not be successful, my friend. I'm sorry to say, because unless and until you find the call from your heart, a purpose which is so strong that it cannot let you sleep, until then, your steps are not going to be as strong as it should be. So feel free to get in touch with me. Feel free. If I can be of any help with any kind of talks or sessions, I'll be glad.
That is wonderful. And there's just small request. For a minute, you're a good singer. Can you just sing 2 lines for us?
After crying and laughing, thinking definitely will be a little tough, but I'll not. But I have to ask the question. Maybe someone is asking me what is my biggest regret. Yes, I look like a person who is happy and all that, and not without regrets. It's not true. I have regrets. And one of the biggest regret that I have is I could not do anything for my father. The time when I really wanted to do everybody, and sisters were being brought one by one to places where they can do. I was all alone, and when he expired, we were not there with him. Can I go back to that time ever? No. Can I do anything for him? No. But how do I think in that? I think that, okay, I can probably do it for other sisters. And that's what I selected. And that way, maybe I'll be making many parents happy. So we have ways. We will not have everything in life. It's not possible. So thank you.
That is a lovely, you're a role model for all the young girls to emulate. It was nice hearing you, VERTICA. So are you going to sing for us, or?
I would love to. I love singing. but I think when the throat is choked like this thing, so you have to bear with me whatever way I sing. I'll just whatever comes to my mind. Is that okay? Are you going to bear with?
Yes, yes.
Okay. दिल ना उम्मीद तो नहीं, ना खामोशी तो है, लंबी है उनकी शाम, मगर ये शाम ये तो है. So this song is for all those who are feeling so frustrated in this time. I want to, sisters and brothers and friends, see, we cannot change situations, but we can change our attitude towards that. And we have a responsibility not only towards ours, but towards others who are living with us. Yeah, our motivation can be there. Like, and one song I would like to the organizers here.
That was wonderful, Vertica.
You people have been wonderful. You people are thinking about the students at this time to motivate them. What can be better than this? Yeah. When I was alone, I wish I had people like you, where I could sit something somewhere like this and to cry for some time and to talk about things. So, be a happy song. Yeah.
So open and so genuine in your words. Thank you so much. There's one last question. A person has asked, if you have any distraction towards your work, what makes you to get back?
Very good question. Such a good question. My goodness, I have taken years and years to learn this thing, but I will share 1 or 2 tips right now quickly. Okay, distraction is something which is so obvious, right? So obvious. But I have learned few things which can, as I told you, always you will get distracted. It is said that, in research, it is said that our minds are bombarded with, thoughts, 60,000 thoughts per day. Can you imagine all these thoughts going in different directions coming to the mind? How much of chatter is there in the mind? So our mind happens to be the enemy of our aligned purpose. What to do then? What to do? We have to live with this mind, with the chatter, right? So how do you cool it down? We can cool it down by constant practice. Okay, without this practice, so what makes anybody who is balanced different from someone who is often getting disbalanced? It's practice and discipline. I'm telling you, even if I work day and night and all that, I have certain kind of discipline, certain kind of principles that I've created for my life, so that in times when I need that kind of discipline, I can go and hold on that pillar. Okay, so the first thing is sitting with yourself for some time and aligning what you want to do that day. See, if your every day is productive, can anybody stop you from having a productive month? Nobody can. So going bit by bit. Do you have any short-term goal? What are these? Are you going 0.001 or 0.1% towards the goal? How can you, if you will not be successful all the days, but are you striving for that? Are you striving something like, aaj mein 2 hours mein I've done this, what can I do this in 1.5 hours? Okay, what I do is, first thing, I align my purpose every day. It's very, very important. As I told you, I never leave my pen and paper. Even now that I'm sitting here, I'm sitting with a pen and paper. Because anything that I learn from here, from any questions that you will give, I'll try to, put that as something that I've received in my life. And if I can align it with any of my purpose, any of my learning. So aligning your purpose every day is very, very important. And you have to discipline in that. You do whatever you want, but come back to yourself. Ask yourself, and just like a mother would do to a child, ask yourself, what is going on in your mind? Okay, do you have some these kind of thoughts? Are those things useful for you? Throw it out. Keep these things because this is how you want to do. Why are you not staying happy? What is your happiness level at the moment? If you're not happy, then why to work? Why to do everything? There's no point doing it. So how to increase the happiness level? Yeah, is there anything that you have been doing for family, for such and something, and you are not getting anything back? And don't expect anything back. Give yourself some time. So balance, people used to say that balance is family and work. No, balance you have to do. Actually, balance has got 3, things. It's work, it's life, and it's the self. So if you don't keep this one balanced, other two will not be balanced. So to keep this one balanced, you have to give some time for your health, so that if you're not healthy, you cannot be fine. Are you aligning your purpose every day? You have to do it. If your purpose is not aligned, then you will not be able to do it. And one very good tip for keeping yourself aligned with the purpose is by creating short-term goals. Create some short-term goals. Sometimes pat on your back when you achieve them. Give some time to party. Give some time to enjoy those moments, and then go back for higher goals. So definitely discipline is something very important, and aligning your goals regularly, having an appointment with yourself is very, very important. Don't be scared like me to facing yourself. It will just increase the number of years it will take for success. Just learn it now and do it. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Vertica. A very good evening we had with you. And Latika, you can proceed.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and motivating speech. Now, I request Dr. Asha, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Organizing Secretary, to give vote of thanks.
Asha, kindly unmute your audio and speak. Unmute your audio and speak. Yes.
Okay. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. On behalf of the management, Punjab Association, Anna Adarsh College for Women, I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the chief guest, Ms. VERTICA DEVIVEDI, for giving an excellent coverage of life's events and making it interesting, thought-provoking and meaningful. We are all inspired and motivated by your highly lively words, madam. Your speech emphasized on how to overcome failures. Thank you, ma'am. I thank the Director, Management Studies, Anna Adarsh College for Women, Dr. Jayashree Ghosh. It is your appreciation and words that enthuse us in all our effort. Thank you, ma'am. I thank the Principal, Dr. Shanti, ma'am, Anna Adarsh College for Women, for supporting us. Your constant encouragement has helped us in the best way. Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to thank the faculties and students of various universities and colleges and the faculties and students of Anna Adarsh College for Women who participated in today's event. With profound reverence, I would like to thank the head of the department, Dr. Maslin ma'am, for taking initiative to host series of webinars and who has been the backbone of the event. Thank you, ma'am. I thank my colleagues from PG and Research Department of Public Administration for the moral support and guidance rendered to make this event possible. I would like to thank all the students of PG and Research Department of Public Administration. It is your ability that made this day a very memorable one, students. I thank Latika for the effort taken towards anchoring of today's event with her style and own ideas of explanation. I thank the IQAC team for the guidance and motivation. In organizing an event and making it a success, there are always some silent workers who prefer to remain in the background but take the major burden on their shoulders. At this juncture, I would like to thank such people. They are students, technical team, and Mr. Aragappan. My deepest appreciation and thanks to all the participants. I'm sure the participants would have taken note of your suggestions, madam, and will be discussing with their friends and colleagues for the actions to be initiated at their level. We hope to continue to work like this and organize such events in the coming days for the betterment and upliftment of our students. Once again, thank you, one and all.
A hearty thanks to our admin who has helped us in live streaming in our YouTube of our college. Thank you, sir. with this, we come to the end of the program. We just have a last slide to thank all the technical team who have been working day and night for this program.